Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Blues. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Blues. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Break. Hey, 50. 50's a mic. 50's a mic. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
On 1st and 10, Wagner complete. It's Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And one of the guys to watch out for out of this group is the man on the outside, Keenan Allen.
His versatility, able to play outside the numbers, come back inside to the slot.
Here we go.
In any case, you've got to find ways to get him the ball.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. He completes it to Henry. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop their passing game? You know, it's
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Wagner. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Back to throw. Wagner. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
We got this.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by Big Ben, their veteran quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger.
He's one of the more exalted quarterbacks in the league, but I still don't think he gets enough appreciation for his ability to read defenses and lead his ball club.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Offensive starters, here they are. David DeCastro, what do you think about him, Charles?
Brandon could not have been better trained at Stanford. So well schooled in the run game and the pass game, and especially in pro principles. David DeCastro could be an all-pro in the years to come.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. First carry for James Conner, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And it's a fumble. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Roethlisberger throwing complete to McDonald. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
230.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. Second down and goal. Roethlisberger to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but now it's third and goal. The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on third and goal. Ben to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
On first down, Wagner. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 20 carries, 108 for the yardage, and the score, too.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get to play action and throw the ball deep later on.
70, Indy. They're running it.
On second down now, it's Hunt. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice play, baby.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. To throw on third down, Wagner, complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Looking to throw on second down. Roethlisberger, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Here we go. 180. Come on. Double time. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. They go play action now. Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. He'll get 3 up to midfield. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. But now it's 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Wagner, and caught by Henry. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of the...
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd. Very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a 1st down.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. So a good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 17, Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Hunt, and this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And on now is the punter as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Switzer. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Roethlisberger now, just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, where you see the final score there. Baker Mayfield, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Sam Darnold with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they trail the visiting Green Bay Packers as that one's gone to halftime. Aaron Rodgers, a touchdown pass there. In the game you've been watching, it was Ben Roethlisberger who led the way offensively in the first half. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They got the victory last week. That was against the Baltimore Ravens, and they have the lead here as well. Third quarter starts with a run from Connor, and he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time, and it's third down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Black 20. What's the curl?
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. He gets this one to Johnson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Yeah, he's got it. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Roethlisberger now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A run with counter on 1st down, going to get about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
No spacing.
On first down, Connor. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger, the quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
All right, now, 230. Right there, 54 Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Now Roethlisberger. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Boswell good with the extra point, and it is 28-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Wagner, open man, it's Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing on first down, Wagner. And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wagner trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 45 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wagner. Complete. It's Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wagner. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 3. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will swell by one more. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. And this offense on third down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Wagner. And he completes it to Hunt.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Play action. Now Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's caught inside the 20. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 58 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Steelers on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Boswell's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Let's go, get set.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Wagner. Complete. Richardson has it. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Again, it's Connor. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run on 1st down. Connor. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Pittsburgh, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.